Okay, it says we're live. It says we're live. Yay! So my boss man says I have to show my face and I have to talk. It's beautiful here today. Huh. I didn't realize that I had messages in the morning at that time. I'm sorry. You okay, Bo? I know she loved you though. I do know that. I'm gonna say he looks like his daddy. Oh, sleepy baby. Oh, so sweet. Oops, oops. It's a beautiful day here in Wisconsin. It's windy. That's why I have my hood up. It's windy. Pretty little Trixie. Well, it's kind of hard to do a live when nobody's there. Anybody there? Anybody out there? Does the sun feel good, Bowser? I'll sit here for about 5 more minutes, and then if nobody comes, I'll just go to work and leave it going on. I'll type on my other phone what I'm doing.
How the hell are we gonna do this?
goodness. Somebody has a bunch of different types of silkies for sale. They have 2 chocolate malted pullets. They have 1 malted showgirl. Oh, chocolate and mauve malted chicks. Oh, but you know what? They're in Minnesota. Too far away. Spectacular. I'm looking at stuff, so if I say things out loud and it's just random, it's because I'm scrolling. Are you serious? The chickens kind of want to come out, but I'm going to give it a little bit of time and let the dogs kind of have the yard right now. The two beasties over there. Is that better? I did have it on mute. I'm sorry. Now that's, you can settle down now. I wasn't greeting someone at the door. It was somebody here. Oh, quit being fussy. I'm good today. How are you? I know he's fussy. Well, thank you for subscribing to my channel. I'll go back and I'll subscribe to yours, okay? Leave me a comment, please, so I can find your channel and return the favor. I've just... Good. I'm glad you're good. I had lunch earlier today. Have you eaten? My name is Mila. What is your name? Hi, Jasper. Your tail's just going. Well, this isn't cooperative. Varin? Is that how you say it? Varin, or is it Varin? I live in the United States. I live in the state of Wisconsin. Spring is slowly coming here. The trees are starting to get their leaves. All the snow just melted. I think that's a rock. Oh, I see what you see. There's the reflection from the phone, huh? I was wondering what he saw. Well, right now I'm just sitting in a chair, relaxing. But then I'll have to do chores and take care of the animals. Do you work? Oh, what time it is here? Is that what you want to know? I gotta go look at the clock. Hold on. It's 4:04 there. What time is it where you're at? Oh, yes, ma'am. You guys want to come out, don't you? Hi, Whitey. You calling your ladies? It's midnight. Susie, what you doing, girl? Okay. Get back, because I know what you're trying to get. He wants in after the eggs. Out. Oh, Polly, what you doing, girl? One. What you doing, sweetie? How many are you on? 2. She's on 2. There you go. That's his favorite treat. Hi, Breeze. Hi, Annie. Run, honey. Your friends are up there. These guys over here are all new. Within the last week, they've all been added. He thinks he's hungry, but he's not. That's his favorite part of the day, is getting an egg. That one's a new one, too. I want to see if they'll come and hang out with everybody else over here. This one right here, this is Bowser. And the little one right here, this is Trixie. And this one right here, this is Breeze. But that's my big guy. Bowser, get out of there. I know I've got a duck that has a nest over there, and I'm letting her have it. And he won't eat duck eggs, but he might disturb it, and she might not go back. I don't want that to happen. I know Patel, yeah. I watch Patel. Is that how you learned of me, is through Patel? Those are my goats. white one is maple. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But if you're busy and stuff, you do your work and stuff. That comes first. I'm going to put this right here for a second. I'm going to move my chair and I'm going to put those eggs in the house. I'll be right back. Look there. What you looking so cute for? I'm back. Hey, hey. Well, you said you're going to be on duty. What do you do? You hate chicken. I think that's what I'm going to have for dinner. Hey, Julie, how are you? Hey, Julie. Julie, my new chickens that I got on Saturday they're out venturing around. That's a good thing. You're making curry, Julie? I'm not sure what I'm going to have for dinner. Oh, I heard that, Bowser. What was it? Oh, a pork chop? That sounds pretty decent. I've got some chicken out, but I'm not sure what to do with it. I'm not really in the mood for anything warm. I'm kind of more in the mood for a tomato sandwich. Did you work today, Julie? It's very difficult to make popcorn? Yes, Jasper. Very difficult. It's like 44 today, Julie, and the wind is whipping, but the sun feels really good. Look at this kitten. Look at him. Show off your dirty self from rolling around. Look at it. Well, I'm glad you're at my live right now. I appreciate it. Were you speaking to Julie, though? Julie does good lives. But I was going to ask you, Julie. This morning you said you couldn't see us responding to you. Is that because you don't use a phone? They have so many different ways to do stuff like this. Julie, I think what he's asking is if it's number one person. Oh, you use a tablet. Okay. Number one person is Julie's channel. Sometimes it's hard for me to get the lives in the morning, Julie. I get, I get so rushed with both jobs now. And plus in the afternoon, it actually gives me an excuse to come and sit down with my critters. Although I will say my dining room is highly neglected. You had 4 likes? All right, Lord. That is awesome. Um, I think the most I've ever gotten was 8. And there was one point, Julie, I really thought this channel was gonna go far, but then everybody just kind of backed out and changed. There's been a significant amount of drama that has gone on, which I have fortunately been able to stay out of, and I will remain out of. But it kind of shifted things and changed things. And I've been really, really worried about CGS chicks. It's just so strange for her to just stop like that. Julie, I'm trying to get monetized. I have a couple of people that have worked really, really, really hard for me, and they haven't asked for anything in return. Just really nice people. And I will give it my all. I said I'd give it my all for a year and try really hard. It doesn't seem like people make very much, and they seems like they get their channels right there and then they get demonetized, and people put a lot of work into it. But I will put in the best effort that I can for a year, and we'll see what happens from there. It But like right now, it's hard on me. I've got 2 jobs, and schedules are different, and plus it's planting season at home. You know, life just gets busy. You know, and I don't even know how old of a person CGS Chicks is. Is she, our age? Is she a younger person? And when I would hear her speak and to see her hands when she would count eggs and stuff, I would say she's not very old. Yeah, it's just really strange why she just quit. Do you know anything? I mean, do you know anything personally? That is CE, Chicken Explorers. And from what I understand, he will be making a comeback. Some things happened, and he needed to tend to himself and his family, but from what I understand, he will be coming back. And I hope so, because I really miss him. He did really good content, and he was getting ready to really go somewhere, I think. And I hope that he has done whatever he's needed to do to get himself back mentally right, so he can start doing videos again. He may not, but from what I understand, he will try again. And I love him to death. His name is Rick. He's really a good guy. There's a lot of people that miss him. Look at those ladies there. Julie, I don't know if you heard me about the new chickens that I got. I gotta move it over here. Okay. The 5 that I got last week, they're starting to intermingle a little bit more. Last night I did have to gather 3 of them off of the fence and put them into the coop. My chickens? Yeah, they have been. Oh, it's so neat to see them, I think, intermingle like that, to get, brave and come up to the feeder when there's another bird, an established bird there. I like to see it. Hi, Tricks. I got those 3 hens for $35. I think that's a good price. Those ladies are happy. Hi. You were eating chicken feed. I see it. You can't deny it. You've got crumbs on your lips. Uh-oh. You know you're not supposed to. Oh, Cool Beans, you're still there. Ooh, cool, Julie. I'm looking forward to that. Hey, Patel. He thought I was talking to someone here. Thank you, Julie. So I have a chicken sitting on 5 duck eggs. And then I knew that I had a broody duck. I just knew it because she wasn't always around. And it's Babs. And I call her Babs for a reason. She's really loud and the yard's been quiet. And I'm like, where's that duck? I found where she's got her nest at. And I'm just going to leave it because I'd like to have baby ducks. I should be done with chickens this year. I do home health care, Julie. And then I work at a mini golf, too. I always start the mini golf after I work at the greenhouse. It's the same people that own it. Varen, I'll speak to you. What are you doing over there in India right now? I serve mini golf and check people in, and they started serving energy drinks last year. I probably shouldn't say this on here in case she's ever watching it, but I don't think they should sell those things, especially to kids. I drank one of those and I cleaned my house from ceiling to floor, and I cleaned the mini golf from ceiling to floor. You want to do the job? It's actually a fun job. It's not difficult at all. See, Julie, look. Oh, she's in the shade. I hope she moves out. She's over there by Stella. And Stella's the queen of the yard. Julie, that white bird there, Bowser, settle down. And that white bird there, they came from my friend Brenda, and this year they'll be 7 years old. There she is, look. Venturing out. Those two right there are my oldest. What about you, Julie? Well, I'd kind of like to know what you do if you have a job. If social media is your job. Because Patel Farms, over 10 years old, Julie. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. Was it a bantam or a standard? That's what she's trying really hard to fit in with the flock. That's good, that's good. I love her. She's so pretty. The other two have got to be over there. She's skittish, but she's trying. Well, that'll work. If you cook it, because you know how to cook it, I'll come eat it. Sounds good to me. Is it really, really spicy? Wow, Julie, that's amazing. Well, the only reason I know about Stella and Susie is because Brenda had them. I don't think y'all heard any of that. Did it? Okay. Um, Trixie. She's gonna kick your butt. The only reason I know how old those birds are is because they came from Brenda's and she knows. I will, Patel. Sleep well, okay? I'll come to your live. Good night, honey. It's actually nice just to kind of sit here and enjoy them. You're welcome, Patel. Okay. Okay, now I'm back. I don't understand why that always happens. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating that happens. What happened over there, ladies? Do you have the same problem with your data and your Wi-Fi getting stuck? Well, hello, Freedom. How are you, girl? This one right there. She's always off doing something by herself. Oh, you're traveling? Well, you're leaving messages, so you're getting some sort of signal. Julie, it happens to me all the time. It frustrates me. I mean, I'm sitting out here and we've got good signal. Nothing changes and then it just kind of drops it. I called my company and talked to them, and I have the best Wi-Fi I can get. Moving it, I mean, I could possibly move it, but in order to do that, I have to move a freezer to get to the outlet on the wall for the cable. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not really in the mood to move a freezer. No, I have never heard of Hyperbad. I'm sure I just slaughtered the way you say that. Hyder? Let's see. Hyderbad? I'm sure I slaughtered it, huh, Julie, the way you say it? Sorry. Hitter? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Hitter bad? Fancy, she's trying to make friends. That new chick. She's not always friendly. Run, newbie, run! There, I showed myself. Oh, it says there's 6 people watching. Give me thumbs up, guys. Uh-oh, Goldie. You better find your flock. Oh, run, Cindy, run, Cindy. Maybe. I'd like to go see Raj next year in India and travel and see the temple. But we'll see. If I'm ever there, I will stop by and visit. I have seen them, but only on video. I would be very interested in seeing those. Well, only 2 remain out there. Julie, how's your pork chop doing? How's your pork chop? Is it done? Well, I'm glad he enjoyed it. Grace. Please. Enough. He barks enough for everybody. You don't need to chime in. Bowser, that's enough. Settle down. I'm reading your comments. I did not read the even if they're in hiding, please like, share, and comment. I didn't read that one. I did read about the beautiful temples in India and explain that I've only seen them. Bowser! Shh! I'm going to put you in the house. That's enough. Be quiet. Shh. The mini golf opens on Memorial Day. And then Bowser. I mean it. That's enough. And then we usually close sometime around the middle of October. Oh, there's 2 newbies coming out. No. I'm not very good at it, but I sure do like to go and play. It's fun. I personally think that mini golf would be uh, better if they were open more and maybe even had like an adult date night where people could drink beer and stuff. This is Wisconsin. It's amazing how many people sneak it back there. Yes, those are the ones with the really bad frostbite. I'll go see if I can get them to... She always looks concerned. There's all 3 of the new ones that I got. The black one is definitely the shyest. See, Julie, there they are. Watch how high they step. They do, don't they? They don't leave each other's side. And the bad thing about it, Julie, is I'm kind of picky. I only like one rooster in the flock. Brenda said she would take him. She's got a bunch of banty roosters. But we'll see what his disposition's like. That's one of the newbie ladies. We'll see. We'll see what his disposition's like, because he's awful pretty. And he's super friendly. He's not shy or anything of me, so... I got all kinds of chickens in here. And this is the duck house. You guys are gonna laugh. What is going on in here? There's 1 cochin, 2 cochins, a duck egg, look, that is a little chicken, right? And she's Birdie. And I was saying I don't really want any more chickens because of how many I've got. So check this out. I've got her sitting on duck eggs. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, gotta get her tail. And they're using this. I put this in here because they were using it in the yard. And look, that's where today's eggs are. Oh my gosh. I need to go get a basket. Yeah, it is a good way to get what I want. Have her do the work, huh? Look at that. Are you broody? Are you sitting on an egg? If you are, I'll get those hatching eggs from Joe. So you can hatch out Stephanie's chickens. I love to have the ladies do the work. That's my favorite. I do like to buy chicks, but it's fun to let the mamas hatch. That's what you do, huh, Julie? I'm gonna come and give everybody fresh water. Oh. Running by, quick. Hurry, that lady's coming. We need to run. Hi, Uncle Bob. How are you? Were you successful on your hunt? Look. See, look at his feet. How bad they are. I mean, they look better than they have. I'm able to clean them really good at night and stuff. It snowed, hailed, and rained. I am sorry. You could have came here and hunted and it would have been a beautiful week for it. New chickens, Uncle Bob. That lady and that lady. I went to this swap meet on Saturday. And I went with 2 carriers, okay? That was mistake number 1. 2 carriers I went with when I was only after one thing. Yeah, so, you know. Anyway, what I brought home, they're silky cross hens. And they're a year and a half old. They're a year and a half old, and I got 3 hens for $35. That's not bad. And they're really pretty. He wanted $15 a piece for them. I talked him down on some of them. They had lots of silkies there. But generally, even the, 2-week-old chicks were $15 a piece. And I knew those were already ladies, so I thought, shoot, it's a good deal. So I filled up container number 2, dog crate number 2. When I'm done giving water, I'll go show you what else I got. I think you might like her. Uncle Bob, I don't know if you saw it or not, but I have chickens that are, well, I have a chicken that's sitting on duck eggs. I've got 5 eggs under her. Hi, Trix. It's okay, Briz. You can have a drink of that. It's just water. And you can get a drink. Just don't eat their food. Bye, Vernon. See you later. You'll pick up rabbits tomorrow? Well, hold on. Let me get this water. I'll show you. I had a hard choice. There was a lady there, Uncle Bob, selling pedigrees. And I didn't ask what she wanted, but I'd imagine she wanted at least 100 or more, but she was so efficient. I mean, she had a graph with their sires and the does. It was amazing, all the information she provided. And I went over there and I wasn't sure what they were, what kind of rabbits they were. And she had one in there that was really pretty. It had blue eyes. But come to find out, they were little tiny ones. They'd only get like 3 pounds at the most, I think she said. Were they Netherland dwarfs? I think that's what they were, Netherland dwarfs. Are you still there? I've had some challenges with this over here. I knew I would though. So I made sure that my new little friend is protected well. And when I'm not in that enclosure, my original doe is up in her hutch because they're not very nice. Can you see her, Uncle Bob? Is it a good... Let me open up the door. I'm afraid to go in any further. I'm afraid it'll disconnect. She's a satin. And her mother was 10 pounds. Her father is 10 pounds. So she'll get, I think, large enough for me to be able to breed. They're good for the project I want, huh? She's got really pretty colors. I got her at a discounted rate. Her eye, the one facing us, has a scratch on it. They said she scratched it on her cage. And they're not sure if she could see out of it. She can't. I don't think she can see out of that eye. But I got her for $15. And I didn't feel like her eye was an issue. And they were only asking $30 for their does. Trixie out. She's pretty, isn't she? And I did have a hard time because there was one that they wanted $30 for that I had to walk away and make a... I believe so, because she's got different colors on her front end versus her back end. You're getting Rexes, right? Yeah, she's pretty. I think she'll do good, throw pretty colors with my buck. The Rex have really nice fur. They're super soft. There was one lady there that had Flemish Giants, but they were all bucks. Yes, his leg, he's just fine. And I know what happened. He was getting on top of his hutch and jumping down, so he hurt himself. That's what happened. But I named her Penelope. What do you think, Julie? Is that a good name? My other doe is named Matilda. I understand myself, and I just, I just picked kind of what I like. I didn't realize that there were differences like that. But I'm hoping maybe introducing her into my program will make it a little more efficient with meat weight versus bone weight. I didn't know anything about that. Never even thought about it. But I'm not unhappy with any harvest that I've had. Not at all. Nor am I unhappy when I, have that for dinner. I don't really put much thought into it. It's good. But the Rexes, since I've been learning, it seems like they get chunkier. Mine take a little longer in age before I can process them and stuff. Can you move, honey? Your paws are right in the way. And once I started Uncle Bob, I didn't know how to, because Matilda is a really good mom. Big Daddy, I don't know if there's any bad bucks as far as rabbits go. Um, I think they're probably all efficient and do their job. But he's a good buck. He's really friendly and he interacts with me and stuff. The cat is asleep in his hutch. And he's there in his brush pile. So I didn't know how to, just start over. Say, oh, well, I goofed. Oh, they can be wild? Oh. Well, I hope I made a good choice. I hope she is a good mom and does well, and I'll start there. That new hen has something. Run, honey, run. I don't know what you've got, but run. Oh, you've got an eggshell. I don't like that. Ah, ah. Hey, you don't do that to my birds. That's a no. Let's go. No, I didn't get a mini Rex. That's just an added chore for a pet. I'd rather have pets that kind of provide back. I don't know if that's the correct way to say it. Now, when it comes to the chickens, I don't mind adding extra chickens. Those lion heads, those are pretty cute. Julie, was it a friendly little thing? I heard they were really friendly. They're really cute. Just adorable. Hi, Breeze. What are you concerned about? Why are you concerned? You wanted to do their hair? Breeze, enough. Stop. Yes, I do. And I feed her and Trixie. Trixie goes nuts for the feet. And I mean just nuts for them. That's something really special for her. They like it. They go nuts for it. I think it's well worth it to raise them. They're so versatile on a small homestead like I have. I'm gonna go where the chickens are. I feel like I'm making everybody dizzy. Breeze is old. And to be honest with you, when I give her some of the fur is supposed to be the best dewormer you can get for them. Plus, it's highly nutritious. But if I give her, pieces of the pelt, and when I feed her rabbit, I can tell she feels good. I have thought that maybe I need to get a meat grinder, though. Because she wants those bones, but she's getting old and those teeth are kind of weak. She is a bigger dog, though. You have little dogs, don't you? I wouldn't totally switch them over to just rabbit. Just start with a little at a time and observe them. Go, honey, go. I need a better dehydrator because when I process, I just discard the ears. The feet I'll freeze, and I guess I should do that with the ears too. But I don't have a good enough dehydrator, I don't think, to dehydrate meat. And I heard it stinks really bad. But I wished I should just freeze the ears. Everybody keeps moving. I keep trying to... Bowser, get out of that chicken feed. You know better. Go, little Curly, go, go, go. Catch up to everybody. Breeze, what are you doing, Mama? Newbies. These guys have really bad frostbite, Uncle Bob. A girl I work with gave them to me. And I went at night, and I thought I was getting 2 hens, but I came home with 1 rooster. But watch how they walk. I'm going to call them the Rockettes. I feel bad for them. I know their feet hurt. But there's no judgment on the lady that gave them to me, or the people that she said she got them from. Where we live, it happens. I'm just glad they're here, and now I can... Because their toes and stuff are falling off right now from frostbite. Let's see, can I zoom in? I'm afraid if I get much closer, they'll run. Can you see his toes? Yeah, it's... And see, she's just got little specks all over her feet that are dark, just dead necrotic tissue. Yeah, I feel bad for them. At night when they go in there to roost, I bring out a warm cloth and I clean their feet. Make sure that they're good and clean. They look a lot better than they did last week when they first came. They're very friendly. That's exactly why I use 2x4, so they can keep their feet warm. That's exactly why I use those. And then Donna, my cochin. One thing about your cochins, even if they're the bantams, they don't roost very high. That's Donna's perch. Because she's so big, so she can, she can really get comfortable at night. I have a question for you. There's a gentleman that I watch that has sand in his poop tray like that. And I just take the plastic and like every 4 days or so and dump it in a bag. But I was wondering if I could put sand there. Take into consideration my climate. The summer, I'm not worried about it. Wintertime is when I'm worried that could be an issue. Oh, good. They're going to get out. Winter, it would turn into a rock. That's what I was afraid of. I watch him and his coop is just so nice and clean. And he goes in there every day and it takes him, just a couple of minutes to sift through that and clean it. I wished it would be... Yeah, I kind of thought it wouldn't work. Julie, you still there, lady? Okay, so even, I don't want to put it in their run or anything. I just want to put it in that poop tray. And that's what I thought. I thought it would get the moisture from the poo would cause it to get wet. I think that would be... If you can come up with an idea for something like that for the winter, anytime it's important to have the cleanest coop that you can. I mean, they are chicken coops, but I just like that guy's system. His coop's always so nice and clean, and it just takes minutes. You know, I've seen people use the hemp bedding. I've seen people use the coffee. And now I've seen him use the sand. Look at this guy's toes. Poor thing. You like the hemp bedding? Does it cut down on the smell? Especially like during deep litter time. Look at, it's okay, babies. I mean, the legs look good and stuff, so I think I'm on a good track with them, keeping them healthy. Any idea what they might be? She didn't know, and I have no idea. Hi, Betty. What you doing, pretty girl? Who is that? I don't know what they are. She told me that they were bantams. I was down at the end of the greenhouse and I was planting, and she screamed at me, "Hey, Mila!" And I know she doesn't like bantams. She's like, "Hey, Mila, you want a couple bantams somebody dropped off?" And before I even thought, I was like, "Sure." Of course I do. And I went over the next night to pick them up. And when I got them home, I was like, these are not bantams. They're definitely juveniles, but they are not bantams. Yes, ma'am. Can I help you, Susie? I'm not sure what they are. I think he's awful pretty, though. That's a pretty rooster. Maybe he'll be a good guy. I mean, so far he seems like he's tame. Oh, Uncle Bob, I can't wait to see your coaching. She's just strolling. That's my girl. Huh. Nice. That hemp bedding is not that expensive, I don't think. One thing, when I built this poop tray, my friend down the road, my dear friend Stephanie, my goat lady friend, they have a poop tray in their coop. I don't know if you have one, Uncle Bob. But you see, it's just right under where they roost. And I put this plastic there. And like I said, every couple, 3-4 days, I just come and pull it to help keep it clean in here. I like having that poop tray because this is winter bedding and it's not nasty. And generally, come spring, the winter bedding is awful, disgusting, and it's not. And I think it's all because I have, they're roosting up there and pooping under their roost. Well, did that make any sense? No, that didn't make any sense. Their poop is caught underneath the roost. All right, Julie. Thank you. I'll talk to you later. You going live tomorrow, girl? No, that poop tray changed a lot of things in my coop. Now, my friends, their coop is like my old chicken coop. A little box like that. But they still have that poop tray, and I've had to take care of their place. And when I did that, I decided I was going to do that. Build one. And I'm so glad I did. Because I think my coop is so much cleaner. All right, Julie, I'll talk to you tomorrow. The fox came by yesterday. I was sitting in the house and I heard my chickens. That predator call that the roosters give. And I heard it and they all flew over here. And they do it so fast. And I looked out the window and that little SOB was right on the other side. So I ran screaming, "Bowser, come, Bowser, come." Opened up the door, and as soon as I opened that back door, he was gone. But I sent Bowser out here, and I called him over to the fence and had him smell and stuff. I worry about him, but I'm damn skippy he's not getting in here. I have this fencing all the way down, but I also have this. And then, there's spots where it might be high or something, and I've built it up with more wire, and I've used tent stakes and rocks and, logs and stuff to try to prevent him, you can see, from having spots. You've never seen a fox? You're actually missing out because they're beautiful. They really are. And he's just trying to survive. It's just trying to survive. I don't want it taking my chickens. But that's why I put all this wire up. I had chintzy fencing. And at one time I had lots, probably 80 something birds. But what I was trying to do was have breeding trios and 4s and 5s and stuff so I could make money off of purebreds. And that fox decided I wasn't going to do that wasn't an adventure I was going to get to take. It took a long time. What happened is I lost my big dog. And I swear it was like a week or two after I lost my dog that he started moving in on my critters. He got my dog. That's where it started with my dogs. What are you doing, Bowser? So, I put up all that fencing, and then that thing right there. I'd rather have fencing and that thing right there. Because for a while I had a couple of people trying to hunt him, trap him and hunt him. And I don't think something should necessarily die just because it's hungry. There's, when you homestead and you bring in livestock, you're gonna bring in predators. So I think it's more my job to keep them out and live in harmony with them than to try to lure them in with a nice chicken lunch and then decide to shoot them. The first wild fox I ever saw, it's kind of a sad story. He was eating by the dumpster at Dollar General in town. I see him all the time here. And actually, when I was having that trouble with the fox, I called the DNR because sometimes they'll come and trap things. I've had them come out to try to get a bear before, but I called to see if they would come out and help me with that fox. And what they told me was, fox are a nuisance animal. Do not trap him and bring him somewhere and relocate him. You're not doing anyone a favor. If you trap him, please dispatch him. Or her. I was like, oh. And actually they told me that I could be fined if I was caught relocating a fox. Because like coons and stuff, I'll just trap them and move them along. I'm not gonna dispatch them. So did I mess up when I bought that satin? I don't think I did. We'll see how it goes. I'm starting to get stronger about making decisions on whether or not it's worth keeping or not. I had 2 does to begin with, and I ended up dispatching one of them. She was a terrible mother. She just wasn't a good mom. When I first started hearing people, oh, well, give them 3 times, and then, that's that. Then they go to the freezer. I was like, well, that seems kind of cruel. It's not her fault. Oh, geez. Then I started dealing with it, and I was like, wait a minute. Now I get it. I understand. You give 2 tries, just handle my kits a lot. I thought she was pretty. I thought she was really pretty. Your neighbors, you made them pay? Did they... Wait, let me read it all. Oh. Yeah, you can't let your dogs run around and stuff and kill other people's livestock. Around here, they don't they don't give the dog a second chance. Look, now the party's going. They don't give them another chance if they're running cattle and stuff. I don't blame farmers for that. You gonna get him, Trixie? Showbirds, ooh, I'd be mad at my dog, but yet, it's your responsibility to contain them and keep them where they belong. There's been a lot of swans over here in this pond. And lots of baby cows have been born. I'm gonna try to walk out here and see. I don't see anything out there. It was probably too early. The cows are like, what? What are you doing? Hello, moo-moos. And that one's like, that makes me uncomfortable. I'm gonna move away. And this one's like, there's something over there. I see it. Hello, cow. I saw a white baby out there yesterday. No, that was today I saw the white baby. I saw brown babies yesterday. See all my pretty dirt that the chickens have made? Okay, don't dig no more. It's pretty dirt. Jasper. See, they came over here and laid down. The two with the hurt feet. They're just stuck like glued to each other. I think they're gonna be absolutely fine though. Wow. She must not have any livestock to understand the severity of it. And then some people, they don't care. And that's so stressful. When that fox was killing my birds, it was so stressful. I didn't want to even let them out. You guys are congregating on the back porch. We're not in the house, are we? Oh, no, I don't think so. But I didn't shut the door. So, oh. It's all right. Cindy, my cinnamon queen, she likes to lay her egg in the house. All right, everybody. Move along, move along. I'm going to shut the door. Good morning to you, Ramswama. It would be good evening to us. How are you today? Uncle Bob, what is the chicken limit? I've been trying to figure that out. What is the limit? Hurry, Stella, hurry. You have no clue yet. There's a lady that I've been to buy birds from her. She lives up in another part of the state. It's about an hour and a half or so drive there. She has a pole shed that's probably as big as my whole yard. And she had dog kennels, just rows of them, with breeding trios of birds in there. She had everything that you could possibly imagine. That's where I fell in love with the micro chickens. She had a flock of little Saramas running around out there. It was amazing, and how clean that facility was, and just all the different birds. And that lady knew every breed she had out there. She didn't have to stumble around to tell you. It just, what a facility she has out there. And she's not expensive. $3 to $5 a chick. But she goes to shows and sales all over. She told me we go all over the country. And some of her, the all black chicken, she has those, and she was talking about, their price, what she can get for them. And I was just astounded that people would pay that much money for a chicken. I mean, I paid $90 for Annie, but that lady, some of her roosters for that breed, she wanted, upwards of $1,000 for them. But if you're going to try to make money off of it, yeah, she had a beautiful infrastructure. And I'm sure she makes lots of money. And I do know that they were horse people. There was lots of horses and stuff there. It was a beautiful property. It was a really fun experience. But it's a long way to drive. But she's where we were getting showgirls from. And showgirls, I'm probably telling you something you know, but showgirls are silkies, these guys, that have the naked neck. That's where I saw them the first time. And they're my dream chicken. But everyone I get ends up being a darn rooster, and he's got a severe attitude problem. But if I was able to get some showgirls, Oh, yeah, I'd buy some. Huh, Whitey? Wait till Chick discovers the microbirds. Then you're going to be in trouble. I'm not going to allow them to breed anymore, though. Got divorced. They might have. Or just don't have any hatching eggs. Is that the one with the cochins? Nobody had any cochins at this little swap meet that I went to. Primarily, I want to say barnyard mixes, and I would imagine that's because right now it's early in the spring and people are thinking about production. I think more of the showbirds are probably like next month or so will start being more prevalent at the swaps. So kids can take them to the fairs. Are you kidding me? $1,400? Or $14? Oh my gosh. She must have beautiful showbirds. I know their feathers all have to be correct, the way their toes are. But Donna, you are beautiful than any other showgirl or showbird or anything out there. Yes, you big old beautiful fluffy chicken. She's really a good chicken. You know, in the wintertime, these little tiny ones, she'll keep them warm. On the goats, the price of the goats, my aunt raised show goats. Yeah, I know. You, my friend, are a pain in the butt sometimes. Poor Annie, she looks awful I cut her crest this winter because it was getting wet and freezing. And it still hasn't come back. Boy, they're really active. They feel good today. That's good. Well, what was that about? Oh, don't go in there. I wanted to show you off. Oh, that's one of the new ones. Oh, shoot. Dang it. They're just silky crosses. But they're awful pretty. You know, I'm going to tell you, Uncle Bob, I didn't expect my doe, my established doe, to be such a lunatic with that new doe. Um, I won't let my established doe down unless I'm going to hang out in there. She's been trying to like dig under that cage, and she has bit her. I have a video that I'll put out if you could watch it for me to watch their behavior, because I didn't think it was good behavior and I didn't think it was bad behavior. Rabbit behavior, definitely. And the reason that I didn't feel like the new doe felt, you know, extremely threatened is because she was eating. She would eat and she'd get a drink and she'd move from one end of the cage to the other, which, you know, of course would set my Matilda, the established doe, off. But I want them to get along, and it's just going to take, I do realize that I can't just throw them together. It'll take time, but I was kind of surprised. Matilda has surprised me more than once. The first litter of rabbits, babies that she had, I went to check on them, and that rabbit came up, she bit me and growled at me, and I didn't know they could growl like that. I was like, holy shit. Oops, excuse me. It just surprised me. She's a good mama, though. You're a very pretty rabbit. No, kits are gone. I figure it'll take a couple, 3 weeks maybe to introduce them without a cage. I'm just gonna take my time with it. Matilda is pretty protective, and she might not ever let that one share space with her. Yes, she used to have another doe with her. I do think raising them in the colony, that's going to be one of the biggest challenges, is trying to introduce new blood. But it's such a better way to raise them, I think. Well, I'll put that video out and watch it. I didn't get up and say, "Oh no, this is not a good idea." I was like, "Okay, it's just going to take a little time." Because I didn't feel like Matilda was completely intense on it. Because she would get distracted and kind of wander off and then come back when this doe would, move around quite a bit. I hope it'll work, because if not, I'm sure you know where one of them will go. It'll be, what'll happen. I had a lot of people trying to talk me into doing line breeding, and I'm just not interested in doing that. I'm not interested in doing that. I think you're asking for trouble. Maybe not your first batch, but the next batch, you're going to have some issues. Yeah. Well, I don't want to have to build another enclosure either. And I don't want to have to keep them up in the hutch. I think just time and patience, and I'll see how it goes. I have confidence that it'll all go well. It'll just take time. And I will tell you this. When I have put the buck in here with Matilda, she's treated the buck the same way. And within a couple of days, they're fine. And I've never seen the buck torn up. So I do think it's more of a, hello, this is my home and you're going to obey the rules. And this is where we eat and this is my place. That's kind of the feeling I get. It's just going to take time. Yeah, I wanted to introduce new blood. I didn't want to take one, even though there was one doe out of this last batch that was really, really pretty. I liked her. She was really pretty, but I just don't think it's a good idea. Are you trying to be bossy? No way. You're feeling good, aren't you, honey? But I'm really happy with the choice that I make. I think she's pretty, and so far she hasn't bit me or anything like that. So we're good to go on that. There's a lot of chickens in the yard. We had rabbits when I was a kid, but I'm going to tell you, I don't remember their breeds, and I want to say they were Rexes just by the memories of the way they looked. You know, I think they were Rexes, and it seems like everybody had rabbits. Yeah, it was definitely much more common. Sometimes I don't, when I get in a group of ladies and stuff, even if they are homesteaders, we don't really talk about the rabbits because they all get their big eyes and they're like, oh, it's a bunny. Well, yeah, it is. But I've noticed that a lot of people kind of have an issue with it. And I'm thinking, I guess you've never eaten it. That's right. And that's hard. It's hard not to befriend all the little tiny babies. I got a question. Okay. When I was dispatching, I use the broomstick method. I did 8, and 3 out of 8 of them, I broke the back and not the neck. What am I doing wrong that I'm doing that? I don't I'm sorry, I got a cold. I don't like that. Just the simple angle of it. It's not the first time that's happened when I've dispatched, and I haven't been able to figure out what I've done wrong. Because my Uncle Bob comes and he stands on the stick. He's had a stroke, so it's hard for him to... He always wants to participate, and that's the best he can do. And he stands on the stick. And see, I made him move the last time because where we were at on the ground, it wasn't really level, and I thought maybe that was the issue. But then after that, it happened again. Yeah, I don't like that. It bothers me when that happens. Go, Noah, get that itch. That welds what? So I was wondering if the hopper popper was maybe a better idea. Bowser, I see you. Oh, yeah. My friend Stephanie and I were talking about that. Because we thought maybe we could go in and share the price of one. Rake. I use my old rake. I do have rebar. I bet that would work a whole lot better because that stick is, you know, it's bigger around. And I have to, I see, okay. I think next time I do that, I'll use the rebar. Huh, that's a good idea. I wish my oak trees would come to life. Hello, how are you, honey? Is your husband better now? Oh, that's enough. I'm not talking to anybody that's here that you can't see. They're in the box. Oh, that's so wonderful to hear. I'm glad. I prayed for you guys. Oh, hush. Hello, Serena. How are you, hon? Hey. Oh no, a cold front? We just had one. And gumbo sounds excellent. Are you making seafood, chicken, sausage? And sorry, I have a cold. Chicken and sausage. I'll be there. Give me about, oh, I don't know, 5 minutes. Oh, yum. You cook for an army. I'm single, and a lot of things I make, I don't know how to make it for one person. I'm okay, Breeze. Like spaghetti, chili, and a lot of times I end up eating the same thing for days. Bowser, I want you to stay away from there because the duck has oh my goodness, my throat. The duck has a nest over there. Hey, I'm speaking to you. I don't want you over here. The duck has a nest over here and she's sitting on them. So you come out of there. I don't want you to break her eggs. Yeah, look, he listened. Breeze, he listened. Go. Well, never under there. So, when I got this camper last year, my goodness, I moved fences and stuff to get it put over here. And I really think I'm going to ask a huge favor of someone this year. I want to go ahead and pull this up. This is the only way this scenario will work. In the winter, the chickens did not get enough light in that greenhouse to keep it toasty for them. I was not thrilled with that at all. They were really shaded, and I didn't like that. So what I'd like to do is ask someone, because this is on skids, bring their four-wheeler over and pull this up. Of course, this has got to be moved too. It's not going to be as easy as it sounds coming out my mouth, but I'd like to put the camper right here in this area. They'll get much better light throughout the winter. That's the major project I'd like to do this summer. And when I do that, definitely I've learned I need to put wire. I'm sure chicken wire will work just fine. Because I'm not trying to prevent anything but the chickens from getting underneath there. I don't like them under there. None of these oaks are trying to come to life yet. Are you serious, Uncle Bob? That's it? You think that works better? $25, that's it. I've never even looked. And that's not an investment that'll hurt you if it doesn't work right or you know I don't like it. I think I might invest in that. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Stephanie had volunteered her husband just to make one that we could share. Oh, sweet girlie. Oh, Breeze. See, there's one of the new ones, Uncle Bob. Isn't she interesting? Mitzi, there's a new bird I got. Check her out. She's pretty interesting. She's just a silky cross. She's very pretty. When I was at the swap meet, I couldn't resist her. And then I get home and I'm like, I should just hatch my own silky crosses. Well, where'd they go now? Yes, they do. When I was at the swap, the lady, she had chicks and she had a whole bunch of blues and she had some splashes. I would love to have silkies in all colors. They're my favorite. Oh, here's another new one. She's a silky cross. Look at her. Isn't she pretty? I got 3 birds that day. Yeah, I thought all 3 of them were pretty. Oh, they have partridge patterns. They have molted patterns. This is my Esther. Me too, me too. Gotta love all their faces. The Cochins always look tired. Let's see. Come up and you're very pretty. I'm just checking you out. Your friend's over here. That's the other one. She's just real yellow. Stand up so we can see your neck feathers, honey. See, look at Donna's face. Her eyes, they always look like they're tired. Yeah. That's a Cochin. I have a Bantam one too around here somewhere. Oh. She's right there. That's really nice to see. Thank you. I think they are too. It's nice to see these new birds coming out and trying to join in with the flock. They're getting brave. It's okay. Don't panic. All right, everybody. I need to do chores. Oh. It's nice to see you being brave. It's okay. It's okay, honey. I saw what you did. Don't do that to my birds no more, you butthole. I saw you. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm going to do my chores and get some dinner for the night. I'll visit everybody's channel later on. Be safe and stay kind. Have a good night, everybody.